arrives. This is the beginning. Down here in Mystic, we got lots of supporters.
Hey, local news, where in the world are you? This is a global event. You can't plead ignorance on this. I have sent an email to you. You know that all over the world right now we are protesting Monsanto.
We're here at the corner of Maritime Drive and Coogan Boulevard. In about 5 or 10 minutes, we're hoping to get everybody with their signs to march up Maritime Drive to get as close as we can to DeKalb. DeKalb is a division of Monsanto, and we're also hoping that some people would be willing to leave their signs along the side of the road before they go home today, so that when the employees come back on Monday morning, they have a little bit of a message to greet them. So that's the plan. Herding all of these people to get them up at the same time may be difficult, but we're going to give it our best shot.
Abby Martin's the one that inspired me. I saw her occupy Oakland and became a police state, and it was just like...
But that was such an extreme experience. People are still having the conversation asking if Occupy is dead.
No.
And no, my immediate answer is absolutely not. Because even if we're not doing things like this in the name of Occupy, Occupy gave birth to all of us who are doing this.
Exactly.
And we've all gone off in the different directions of the things that really have our attention, and we're keeping it alive.
It's a shift of consciousness.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is.
But also in every single thing, every single process. I mean, it's corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. It's in every single thing that we eat. It's.
That's another thing. The country agriculture makes such a huge quantity of it. They have corn products in almost all the food we eat.
Everything, soy.
Corn,
I mean, they're controlling everything.
Put two grains together, corn and soy, and they're in almost every supermarket food now.
Exactly.
Sign guy. Scary looking? Looks like a fortress.
If you research GMO corn, how it works is that it dissolves the gut of the insects. So, you know, big surprise, it's also dissolving the gut of other people.
And they put it in everything.
Yeah, and corn is in everything.
Does that mean the digestive fluid will be through the intestines into the body?
It's more like your gut is supposed to be populated by microbes, and you know, stuff like this kills those microbes. It destroys that whole population.
When they said leaky gut, I understand it makes holes in the small intestine, and then the food is not supposed to get out of the intestine. It's supposed to have the nutrients absorbed. But when the undigested food leaks out of the small intestine, it goes into the body and into the bloodstream, and it becomes like blood poisoning. It poisons the whole body.
That's exactly what happened to him.
All kind of gather on the sidewalk.
Yeah, right here. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Let's stay off of their grass because they might get angry and it might be GMO grass. We don't know. Stay off the street. And then just bunch in together, guys. Bunch in together. Keep walking, guys.
Don't push it.
Can't block the road. Let's bail me outside.
Look at the side, you guys. They got flying corn on it.
Rather eat dog food. Organic dog food.
There you go.
Okay, take the picture. 1, 2, 3.
being a parent, as a part of society, how does that make you feel when you have a moral responsibility to your children to know Monsanto plays such a powerful role in their health?
It's very difficult because you don't know what you're buying. You don't know where to find the right foods, and we try to make all the right organic choices, and it's just very limited information. It's more expensive, which is very difficult as well.
Exactly.
It's really hard to see them eating things that I know are just awful for them.
How did you become aware of Monsanto?
I actually did a semester at UConn where we had a vegetable production class and we took a trip to Monsanto.
Really?
Yeah, and I was shushed because I asked the wrong questions and they didn't want to answer them.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was very, I mean, it definitely sparked something. So.
And where was this?
Disturbing. Where did we go?
Yeah.
We visited the plant. I don't remember what town it was in. It may have, I don't think it was here. This was a vegetable production class with the University of Connecticut.
Okay.
And yeah, it was very disturbing to see the corn plants with 7 ears of corn on it. I mean, they did a full tour of the facility. We saw the labs, we saw people in there working on them, and you know, at that point it was passed off as technology, like great technology.
Right, like it's about to be the future of food.
Antonia.
How did you become aware of Monsanto?
Mostly through Food Babe. She's a big activist and food blogger. She's on Facebook. I started reading about her petition to take dyes out of Kraft mac and cheese, and it started intriguing me to learn more and more, and started taking action. Just this year alone, I came to this protest last year, and there was probably a third of people who are here today, so the momentum is growing.
That's all that matters. How does that make you feel being a parent, having a moral responsibility to your children to know that Monsanto plays such a powerful role in their health?
You know what? It is scary because, you know, when we were going through this and trying to figure out what was going on with my son, we went to different doctors and no one really had any answer for us. And, you know, they said maybe it was this or that, and none of the things were really that helpful. And it wasn't until I really started changing my diet and cut out all gluten and all packaged foods and all GMOs that really it turned around. And I realized that you can't rely on anyone else. You can't rely on doctors to tell you what's wrong with your kids. If you know that something is wrong, you have to figure it out because no one is going to really help you. You are the only one that really knows your kid.
Am I allowed to be on the property? Sorry, I didn't know.
The trail to come up to DeKalb is right to the left that comes from the Nature Center in Mystic. But I think it's the DeKalb employees who want to get some nice green, fresh, air during their break time. So I think they probably use that trail as well.
Really?
But,
right there?
yeah, right there.
This is the trail.
I actually live on the other side of the woods over there, and I
Yep.
walk through the woods and walk down this. This is how I discovered it about 15 years ago. See the greenhouses down further at the end? See the shining kind of lights?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's like the corn. You can see it through the windows down there.
Have you been in there?
No,
Oh.
but they used to have a yearly open house that, PR.
Yeah.
And I came through it at one point there. It just freaked me out because it just freaked me out.
Yeah.
So since '94, the glow, all this is fairly new, but the glow through the woods
Well,
at
they
night
made a
is
lot
really
of manis compared to when
weird.
they were in that.
No, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. But what they've done
They've
in terms of expanding their building.
Oh, of course.
How did you become aware of Monsanto?
I became active with Occupy Hartford in late 2011, and through people in Occupy Hartford, I met people in a group called GMO Free Connecticut.
Okay.
That is the group, I'm very proud to say, that was primarily responsible for getting the GMO labeling law here in Connecticut. So, I went from Occupy to GMO Free Connecticut, and that was really my learning ground.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I learned so much through them, and I also learned a lot about organizing and lobbying and putting myself out there and risking getting shot down.
literally these days.
Yes.
Literally these
yes.
days.
So, there were times when I thought I lived at the Legislative Office building in Hartford. There were times when I thought, oh my gosh, is this me calling my legislator?
Right.
Well, hell yeah. And if I can do it, anybody can do it.
That's all we need, man. We
Right.
just need a push.
Right.
We just need a push.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about Monsanto recently firing back with a lawsuit that makes it illegal for states to label GMOs?
I think because that's very dangerous to them, because once states allowed to take their own action to stop Monsanto in that way with GMO labeling, you see all the giant corporate heads of different soda makers, different makers that end up being involved in GMOs are firing back by pushing millions of dollars into these different programs to stop them from happening. I think recently it was Vermont that the GMO labeling bill, and I think some of other states that are firing back and getting a good step. And I think that's one of the important steps to start taking, is people recognize that they have their own power through their own legislative, different states, to start firing back against GMOs, and this is one of the several many steps that people can take.
Definitely. Now, what's the easy way to get a hold of you again? I'm sorry, I just want to clarify.
Well, for videos we do several different videos, lots of different events we cover, but you can check them all out on youtube.com/wearechangeCT. You can visit our website, wearechangeCT.org, and also like our Facebook page, facebook.com/WRCCT.
Awesome.
Just
Yeah,
yes.
you can take a picture of my boy. He's all about it.
That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Look at the side, you guys. They got flying corn on it.
Nice to meet you. Oh, that's a little guy. Powerful. That picture is powerful. Do you mind if I ask you a political question?
Ask away.
Do you still have faith in the two-party system?
I don't know.
Good answer. Do you mind if I ask you a political question?
Go ahead.
Do you still have faith in the two-party system?
No.
Can I ask you a political question?
Sure.
Do you still have faith in the two-party system?
I would say the short answer is no. But I think people, and that's happening now, people have to start looking past these two parties and stop looking at the Republicans or the Democrats. Like, if speaking, for example, of Obama in office now, say people are pissed off at him, but then they want to get rid of somebody else and put somebody else in, meet the old boss, same as the new boss.
With all the same corporate people running the show.
Yeah, the illusion of choice,
Exactly.
which is basically, that would sum up the two-party system. So there's other different pockets of groups coming out, and whether it's libertarians, the Green Party, Constitution Party, lots of different parties, regardless of what you may feel about them, it's good to have a voice in like a third-party debate atmosphere, which you will never see on the mainstream media.
Never.
Different examples because of the different, you can only pick two candidates and that's it. We have to have more of a different choice for people and to make decisions for themselves and to vote for the right people to get in office.
Absolutely. For a true democracy to even happen. Agreed.